Hello, everyone, and welcome to Storage Podcast. I am on location in beautiful Puerto Vallarta, and this is the famous chapel back there. It's called, what is this? Where did this come from? Something is wrapped up. I don't know what that is. Probably some sort of souvenir. This is the Chapel of Guadalupe, Our Lady of Guadalupe. So, welcome to storage. I don't have my stuff here with me, obviously. Let me get comfortable. I don't have all my buttons with me, but I figured this is better than buttons, y'all. This is cool. I'm here by myself today. I'm here by myself today. Harry's family went to the beach today, which was cool. I did not care that I was left alone all day because yesterday we went and rode on ATVs, and let me tell you, that took everything out of me, folks. It wasn't even necessarily it wasn't the ATVs that took it out of me. It was getting to the ATVs. Because as you can see, I'm on top of a large hill, right? And in order to get to where everything is down there, you either have to walk on a street that's at this angle, which is approximately 90 degrees, or you walk down no less than 100 jagged, old-timey, antique, vintage steps. For me, it's very difficult for me to go down and up steps, and I have to walk down the steps like a kid, one step at a time. So walking from here to, you can't even see where it is. It's way down there. I had to walk a long way, and I left about 15 minutes before everyone because I didn't want anybody to, be standing there looking like waiting for me. And I get down there, then I have to cross the streets, which are insane, and get over to the little area. I get there, it's fine. I'm not supposed to be there. I'm supposed to be somewhere else. I have to walk over. Then we have to catch a cab. There's 6 of us. The cabs are approximately this big. And I was like, I'll get my own cab. And they were like, no, we'll get in there. Everything was fine. I was stressing for no reason. We drive all the way other side of Puerto Vallarta to a little place called Unique ATV or something like that. I had to look over there because there's people that are staying right there. We selected our ATVs, and I was kind of like the Three Bears when they went into Goliath's house, because the first ATV was very large, and I thought this is perfect for my body style, and could barely get my leg over. Got my leg over, and then the guys explained to me, like, okay, to steer, whatever, I know how to use the ATV. But he said it's very difficult to steer because it is very heavy duty. So I was like, okay, I'll go choose a smaller one. So I went to a smaller one, and it was too small. First one too big, second one too small. And then that's when I started to panic because everyone in the tour, us, our group, which was 6 people, and then there was other people we didn't know, were basically waiting on me to hurry up, which is my biggest fear. And the people started to come over and say, maybe this one's not the right one for you. They said, would you feel more comfortable in one of these side-by-sides? And I'm like, cool, I'll do that. Get in the side-by-side. It's like the steering wheel's right here, and I couldn't get the seatbelt on, and I started flipping out. And I'm like, I'm just going home. I'm going home right now. And the guy's like, everything's fine. Calm down. You're overreacting. He didn't say that, but he should have said that because that's absolutely what I was doing, overreacting. Then the four-wheeler that Harry was on, he's like, try this one. And it was just right. It was perfect. So it was like a mid-size. It was red, perfect. Got my helmet on, got my goggles on, got ready. And, you know me, I like to look at all the rules. And I read on the little thing, do not drive on the streets, do not drive on pavement, don't stand up, check. I'm like, cool, I got this. The first place that we actually drove was on a public street. Oh, is the light coming on back there on the church? Look at that sunset. Can we just stop for a minute to admire the sunset? I mean, come on. The church light should be coming on soon, where it lights up the whole thing. Anyway, back to the ATV thing. We're riding on pavement, you know, just like these side streets. I'm like, this is fine. It's cool. We didn't exceed the speed of probably like 20 miles an hour, 17, 20. And then the tour guide takes us out onto, I'm just looking at my makeup, to like a main street, like a road, like a four-way road, which was pretty cool. And we're all driving, and I'm keeping up. And then at that point, after we were nearly killed by semi-trucks, we went onto like a dirt road and drove probably, 5 miles maybe. And our first stop was a restaurant that had like these natural, they weren't natural, they were man-made, definitely, rock pools, which were kind of down an embankment, which I was cool. I'm like, I'm gonna go sit in the air conditioning and get me a Coca-Cola and chill out. Everybody else got in the little pools. We all joined up in a bit. We had some guacamole, had some stuff to eat, stuff to drink. We had about an hour there. It was really fun. And at this point, I was like, man, I'm pretty proud of myself. I did this, even though I was really nervous and freaking out and kind of losing my mind. Wow, that sounds like four-wheelers right there. Something smells good too. Right down below me, there's a famous restaurant here in PV that's called La Capella. I think it means the chapel. It's supposed to be a really good restaurant, and I would like to go there. They're playing music too. Second stop on the ATV trip was a tequila tasting trip, and all these little stops that we stopped at were I'm not going to say tourist traps, but they were places that they wanted you to spend money. Obviously, they let us taste a lot of tequila, and I only tasted 2 because I thought to myself, I'm driving a vehicle and I'm not going to get drunk. Had 2 of those. Lady was really funny, really nice. Took some pictures, and then that was it, and then we headed back. It was about a 3 to 4 hour trip. Would recommend it for anyone that's coming to Puerto Vallarta, wants to do a little excursion. You drive up in like the mountains, you go through little towns. One of the things that I noticed about this place is that there's a lot of dogs just willy-nilly walking around. You don't see people with leashes. I don't think they have leash laws here. Just people walking around with dogs, either following them, and I don't know if the dogs are their dogs or if they're just stray dogs. And no one seems to, not that they don't care, but nobody's bothered by the dogs just walking around into shops, out of shops. I personally liked it. I liked there was dogs everywhere. And I actually saw 2 cats. The whole time I've been here, I haven't seen any cats. I saw 2 cats yesterday, and they look like they could have possibly slept in a dirt bucket, like a bucket that had dirt in it, and then you put the cat in there and you throw more dirt on it and then go like this. That's what they look like. They looked very dirty. Saw a couple horses. The other day when we came in, and this place that we're staying at it's an Airbnb, but it's owned by the family of my friend Josh, who I worked with on Baby Oopsie. It's all open air, so there's no air conditioning, there's no heat as far as I know. It's just open. The bedroom has shutters and you can close them at night, but there's no screens. The bathroom it's just everything's open, which is cool, but everything is dusty. But when we came in the other day, we heard a scramble in the bedroom, and we looked, and there was an iguana about this big in the bedroom. And it was so scared and trying to get out, and it was like trying to climb up the wall. And I'm looking at this. I'm sorry, I keep looking at this. Sorry, I keep saying too. But yeah, that little iguana hid in there until later that day when I went in to pick something off the floor, and then it scurried up over this little half wall and out the window. Pretty cool. Just all kind of bugs and, well, mostly just like ants. There's a lot of ants. If you leave any kind of food out, there's going to be an ant that's going to get in here. Iguanas. Haven't seen any kind of like furry creatures. Haven't seen any mice or rats. Lots of birds come sit out here. There's a bird that will come sit on a plant over here every single day. It's a grackle, and he'll just go quack. Anyway, that's what we've been doing the last 2 days. So what have I been doing since I've got here? Swimming. We have the swimming pool here. Going down there. I'm trying to think what it's called. Down that way is like the center of this area. This is El Centro, but the center up by the water is, I think it's called the Malecon. Not sure. The Malecon, and there's like people, like street artists that are doing different things. There's like tons of little shops. People have jewelry. People are selling food. Now, I'm not going to buy anything right down here because everything down this way is 50 times more expensive. On the outskirts, like over here and over here, it's a little bit cheaper. But I think this is catering to like people that are getting off cruise ships and stuff like that, and tourists. Let's see what else is going on. Man, it's beautiful. Look at that freaking light behind me. Excuse me. Let's see, what else have we done? The other night, well, let me just say this. I was here last year at this time, and I went down there a couple times, and it was very difficult on my body. This year I brought my scooter, and let's just say I've been rolling from side to side and having the best time ever. Getting to see stuff that I didn't get to see last time, or the last time I did it, I had to either take a cab there or a car. But I just get on my scooter. Well, what I've been doing is taking a cab down there, which is easier than carrying my scooter down there, because we did that the other day. Harry and I, he carried the main part of my scooter and I carried the chair. It was difficult going down all those steps, but it's been pretty epic just to be able to go where I want to go and see what I want to see. Okay, so on this part over here, and I don't know if this is north, south, east, or west, but on this side, that's the ocean back there. That's the church. If you're looking at the church from the top of the hill, you're going to go left. That's where there's a big area for Not for gay. It's for gay people, but it's like a gay area, gay town or whatever, and it's lit. And I was rolling through the other night and was loving life. And a lady came up and said, "Are you Libby?" I'm scared. I'm scared there's gonna be somebody right there hearing me talk to myself. She said, "Are you Libby?" She said she'd seen our show in Ohio. I can't remember her name. Hello, if you're watching. Another lady came up to me the other night named Jessica, and she said hi. And then another lady right after that came up and said hi and said that she was researching coming to Puerto Vallarta and saw my video on YouTube. That was pretty cool. Imagine you research somebody, or you research a place, and then you go to that place, and then your first day there you see the person that was in the video that was talking about the place. Huh? That's because I'd be rolling all over town. I can't really see without my glasses, but it looks like I look really pretty, and it's this ring light, and I think my makeup looks good. But if I look later with my glasses and I see that my makeup does not look good, I'm going to be mad as all get out. Because I was doing my makeup in the golden hour. It was very golden when I was doing it. Probably not the best lighting to do makeup. Ooh, that hair is giving though, isn't it? Damn. Okay. Looking wider than that thing. Looking wider than that thing. Got these big pants on and a compression. Compression on because yesterday we wore our body out. What's in store for the rest of my stay? Well, tomorrow when Harold's family leaves, I'm going to the grocery store and a Walmart because we're going to do some painting out here for videos. We're going to do some cooking. I'm going to make, I wanted to try to make birria tacos for his family and have them taste them and see if they were good. But we're not going to be able to do that because we're out of time. It's literally 8 o'clock and they're leaving in the morning. I want to make, I'm either going to make like short ribs if I can find them down here, or Salisbury steak. I want to make one of Chelsea's recipes because Harold had expressed to me that looked really good. And me being not a cook, I'm like, I'm going to take this as a challenge and also as a video idea. I can hear people eating off their plates and it's making me so hungry. How can I hear people eating off their plates? They're like, I'd say they're about, I don't know, 20 feet down there. I mean, literally right under this balcony that I'm on. They're right down there. They're under here and I believe over here. This place right here, this house, I don't know how much it's worth because it's not any of my business and I would never ask my friend Josh. But I'm guessing it's in the millions because this is prime real estate right here. You're right in front of this thing. And if you look up a picture of Puerto Vallarta, you're going to see a picture of that church right there where the lights aren't on yet. If I remember, I'll put the link in the description, and if you want to stay here, you can obviously stay here. I don't know the real prices because my friend Josh gives me a deal because he is my friend. And actually, I didn't pay for it this time. Harold did this time. So, yeah. Gonna do some more swimming. Am I going to go to the beach? That's probably a big question in your head. Hey, Libby, will you, I hate the way this looks, will you be going to the beach while you're here? And my answer is no. And the reason is because I am a beach elitist. And when I say that, I mean that I don't want to get into any ocean water that is the color of transparent. If it doesn't look like the water in Bahamas, I'm not going to get in it. Because the water here is very green, and that doesn't excite me. And also the sand is just regular brown. And if I'm going to be on a beach, I'm going to be on a white sand beach. That's where I want to be. You can't be mad at me. Ooh. I mean, it's just... Usually by this time... What time is it? Usually by this time there's a lot of stuff going on down there. And maybe because it's Tuesday, Wednesday, there's not a lot going. Usually there's like a clown down there that is roasting people in Spanish. There's like a lady that sings opera during the day. There's just a lot of stuff going on. It's pretty quiet. Wow. Also, usually there's a pirate ship that does like a dinner and a show that's sailing around here, and then at about 8:50 the fireworks go off from the ship, and I haven't seen that thing all week. I've seen it one time since I've been here. I don't know what the deal is with that. I've had a couple people message both Chelsea Lynn and Harold to say, where's Libby? She's missing in action. I'm not missing in action. I'm just not posting on my story. Well, first of all, I think it was the second night I was here. Harold got hurt down on the beach. Hurt his leg on a rock. And I'm not talking about just a little scratch. I'm talking about open flesh. So we had to go to the hospital here in Mexico. Very nice hospital. Very clean. Very organized. But at 3 a.m. in a hospital in Mexico where you're having to pay cash, he was not happy about that. I think he paid around $600 US for his treatment. And they stitched it up. 4 to 5 stitches. I think it was 4. And I wanted to actually go back with him. And the lady said, no, you stay out there. And I'm like, cool. She probably thought, like, we don't need this guy's mom back here. We don't need moms in the room. And I've actually started, because a lot of people will say, are you his mom? To try to roast me. I'll say to him, mijo, mijo, which means my son in Spanish. I'll say, mijo, mijo. And that's my way of getting back at people. I can't believe the church is not lit up yet. I'm starting to freak out. Because when you see it light up, I'm actually going to scoot over so that when it lights up, you could see it, because it looks beautiful. There we go. Now I look like a news correspondent. Ladies and gentlemen, here live in Puerto Vallarta, coming live to you from the rooftop of the Capella Italia Ristorante. Now I will say this. I thought I had a life hack, a money hack. My friend Josh said, hey, if you ever need any money, don't go to the ATM because they're going to charge you a lot. Send yourself some money on Western Union. Then go down to Western Union and get that money. And they give you like the best exchange rate. And it's pretty low fees. Did that, first time I sent myself $100, and then I was like, that's not going to be enough. Let me send myself $250. So $350 total. I go down to where the Western Union is, and she doesn't speak English. I speak very limited Spanish. And I'm like, what's happening? She's like, we can't give it to you because of something. I don't even know what. I'm like, cool. I'll go to an ATM instead of just grab some money. None of my cards work down here trying to get money out of the machine. I've been on the phone with Western Union and Chase more than I was on the New Kids on the Block hotline in the 90s. And I'm just being real. My bank, Chase, was like, oh no, you should have absolutely been able to get money out of there. It's the ATM there. It's not our problem. Cut to yesterday, I go up to the other Western Union. My friend Felipe, who's a cab driver here, who is friends with Josh, and he'll come over here at a moment's notice. he took me over there. I go inside. Of course, there's 85 people in line. And I get to the front, and she goes, okay. Give her all the information. And she says, you have to have your passport. And guess who didn't have their passport, ladies and gentlemen? Your girl. No passporte. Again, no money. Go to the ATM. ATM, again, does not give me money. And I have money in my account. Come back here without money, having to use like a DoorDash system that's called Rappi to get some food and drinks up here for myself. And that's costing me a fortune. Cut to going there again yesterday to pick up my Western Union. Called on Felipe. Felipe, come help me, man. Go in there. No less than 15 people in line. Legs hurting to the maximum because I spent my day at the ATV thing. Uh-oh. Someone's texting me. I gotta read it. Stand in line, legs hurting, get to the front, and she goes, oh, you have to go over to this other part of the bank to verify something. I go over there. Hold on a minute. Sorry, gotta look at this. So I have to go over to the other thing. Thank God Harold was with me because I speak very limited Spanish, enough to get by. And she says, we have to verify this is you. And my real last name is very specific, has hyphen, just an extremely long name. She says, okay, there's something wrong with your name. We don't know if this is you. And I'm like, look at my pasporte. It's the same name as on here. And I go back over to the teller. And she's like, our system won't take the hyphen. It's the hyphen. You got to take out the hyphen. I sit back down, send myself an additional $250 because I'm like, cool, if it's just the hyphen, I'll just send it without the hyphen. Cool. Send another $250. Go stand in line again. Guess what? Didn't change it. Had to come back and call Western Union again and said, look, just cancel this money, brothers. Western Union. Cancel the money. Send it back to my account. Oh, it's going to take 5 to 7 days. Of course it will. Because what's happening is I'm in Mexico and don't have any fucking money. And I can't rely on Harold to give me money. Because I got my own money. I mean, if I need something to drink or eat, he'll grab it for me, whatever. But I want to have money. I want to buy a souvenir. For instance, I bet this is a souvenir. I'm going to open it. I don't know who this is. I'm going to open it. I want to buy souvenirs. I want to buy a purse. I want to buy another mug. I got a mug. I want to buy maybe a little keychain that says PV. What is this beautiful mug? I'm going to have black newspaper all over my hands. Oh, look at this. This is the kind of cool shit I want to buy. That is really cool. And I can't do that because I'm not going to give my credit card to one of these people and then they run it, and then on my side my bank says, hey, you spent some money in Mexico, guess what, we're going to charge you a giant fee. That's not going to happen to me. I need to have cash to give these people. And also apparently you walk up to them and they'll be like, how much is this? And they'll say $50. And then you'll be like, cool. And then your friends that are with you say, you can actually go lower. Okay, how about 40? No, I'll say like, how about 30? I've never done this. This is hypothetical. Then they'll say, how about 40? And then you say, well, how about 20? And then there's like, okay, just give me 10. Couldn't you just said that in the first place, brother? I'm on a schedule here. I got to get going. I'm not going to sit here and barter all night. Just tell me the price. Tell me how much you actually want for it and the lowest you're going to go. And I'll give you that. And I don't even care. I'll pay 50. I don't give a shit. The hell do I care? I don't even understand the exchange rate. For every For every peso, there's $16 apparently right now. And when I see something like, for instance, yesterday at the ice cream stand, there's a McDonald's down here which tastes so much better than the American McDonald's. Oh, the light came on. Wow. It's beautiful. I don't know if you could see the detail, but up here, it's angels holding up their wings like this, and they're all joined together. It's really, really beautiful. Oh. God, it's beautiful. What the hell was I talking about? The exchange rate. I don't understand the exchange rate. At the McDonald's yesterday, okay, a cone, you could walk up to a window. It was like just a window on the McDonald's, and all they did was have the ice cream. Let's see, and they were 10. So I take 10 times 0.059. Huh? It's 10 pesos times 0.059. Am I doing that right? It was like 60 cents for an ice cream cone. Let me try it again. 500 pesos times 0.059. $30. Yeah, it's approximately 60 cents for an ice cream cone. And this window, you couldn't go up there and say, hey, give me a McTrio, which was another thing that confused me. I thought a McTrio was some kind of new cheeseburger with 3 patties on it. Get it? Trio? A McTrio is a way to say like a combo. So you could get a McTrio with a Big Mac, a fry, and a soda, or you could get a McTrio with a McDouble, fry, soda. McTrio, just a different way to call the combo, and I didn't know that. Found that out there was no hard way. I didn't even find it out. Harry's cousin told me. Harry's cousin Eric is so much like him, and they grew up together, and they do a lot of similar things. For instance, sometimes Harry will ask a question, but then also answer it. They'll say, "Is that your phone?" "No." "Yes." And I heard Eric doing it yesterday, and it made me laugh. Ew. Get a lot of mosquito bites. It made me laugh because it sounded exactly like Harold. Also, Eric will say shorty a lot. Shorty doo-wop from around the way. I think that's all I have to say here about myself. If you haven't seen the announcement on Instagram about Trailer Tales and POD, maybe watch Trailer Tales on Friday, because it's POD. POD is going to be on there. And if you haven't watched Trailer Tales and you don't know the inside running joke with POD, it's on Trailer Tales. Somewhere in the beginning, I think it was Jeremiah said, "Oh, that's my favorite POD song," and it was absolutely not a POD song. So each episode, it seems like we would say, "Well, that's my favorite POD song," but we ended up, and I don't know how much I can say, but Trailer Tales and POD together. Uh-oh. Battery going low. I am going to go ahead and just turn this off, say goodbye to you, and then when the family gets back, I'm going to ask the family if anybody would like to be on the podcast, so you guys can see them and maybe hear from them how they enjoyed their time. And cool. See you then.
All right.
Hey everyone, I'm back. Guess what? 2 special guests. One guest you know, Harry. One guest you don't know,
E-Money Bags.
His name is E Money Bags, and that was the name that was given to him by his mother at the time of his birth.
Yeah.
E Money Bags.
Yeah, how y'all feeling?
I think it should be fine.
Oh, so this is my mic?
Well, you guys
It's
gotta
both
share.
of us. So
Okay.
the thing is, it'll pick it up.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to hold it,
No,
but,
I feel
Just
like...
pass it.
You want? Can we redo it?
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No, we're a one-take Sally here.
All right,
One
all right.
sense.
Okay.
I don't like it.
It don't matter.
Give me one time, one more chance.
All right. Cut.
All right.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Storage. I was just with you a few moments ago. Guess what? These guys are back. They
We're
went
back.
to the beach today, or as we say in Mexico, La Playa.
Oh, yeah.
Now, everyone knows Harold, and he might look like he weighs only, I don't know, 57 pounds, and I look like I weigh pretty close to 700 the way we're sitting. But that's not true. And we have a special guest with us today.
E-money bags.
Say it one more time.
It's E-money bags. Like
It's
E-money,
money
like bags.
bags.
So your first name E Money and your last name is Bags?
Something like that, yeah.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
all right. So can I take the steering wheel
Go
for a
ahead.
second? All right. So obviously we're in Puerto Vallarta. We just got back from a long day, having a great time at the beach. This is my cousin, E Money Bags, and as you can see, he got the glasses on. You know, cool guy alert. And Libby asked, like, you know what, you want to be on the podcast? I'm like, sure, but can I bring my cousin on it? And sure enough, he was more than willing to do it. So now we're here.
Oh, I'm here. I'm here for sure.
Unfortunately, though, he has to leave tomorrow, and it's really late, so I don't want to keep him too long. But we might ask him a few questions.
Let's go.
And one of the questions I always ask my guests is, if you could bang one cereal mascot,
What?
bang
Bang one
cereal
mascot.
mascot, who would it be?
I don't think he was ready
give
for
me
this.
kind of like.
You're not supposed to be.
Give me kind of like
like
options.
like
There's Tony the Tiger,
Tony the Tiger.
Oh.
Captain Crunch. My guy's Captain Crunch because he's like a pirate.
Ooh.
But check this out.
But
There's-
don't say the Rice Krispie
But-
guys because those are kids. Okay, so I'll change it to if you could be any candy bar, which candy bar would you want to be?
That's a good question.
Give him one.
If I want to be any candy bar, let me
Mhm.
see. I would say Snickers.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's because it's got a lot of nuts in it.
Nah. Because I don't even know. I don't know. It's
Because
good.
it satisfies your hunger.
You know what? Let me ask that question again. I'm gonna switch it up.
Okay.
I got my answer.
All right,
I'll be an
let's see.
almond joy,
Why?
or just because I'm full of joy and I like almonds.
Okay,
I feel like that's a fair answer.
that's a good answer.
Yeah, I'm still stuck on. I don't know.
Well,
how
we'll
that
get
question-
back to you on that.
Yeah, we'll get
And
back.
let's just ask you, because I've already talked about the four-wheeling. What do you think about the four-wheeling yesterday?
What's that? What's
The
forward-
ATVs.
ATV. No, that was dope. That was cool. That was fun. And especially because you went, so that was
Yes.
extra fun.
Big deal because I went.
And she led the pack. It was a DMX Rough Rider moment.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And then the what you posted. What was that? The one you posted. What was the song? The song.
Shorty wanna ride
Oh,
with me.
that was fire.
All
I
right.
mean, it was a perfect song.
Yeah, Young Buck. Shout out Young Buck.
Okay. I
Wait,
that's
I
first
was-
shout
I
out.
was
That's the first shout
I
out.
was explaining earlier. Oh, that's so funny.
That's a classic, by the way.
That
too.
you guys
That was a
do
classic.
our cousins, first cousins, right?
Yeah, for we first cousins.
First cousin.
But you guys do a lot of things in common, and one of them I noticed yesterday is you'll ask a question but the answer you'll go, "Is that your soda?" Yes, no. He does that shit too,
Okay.
and I think it's so funny that you guys are first cousins and yet do so many things alike.
Okay, so in my
I never
defense,
peeped that.
in
but
my
I get what you mean.
in my defense, you and the girls, you know, when you're around somebody for a long period of time, you hang out together, you spend time together, things rub off on each other, you know. So I mean, you're right, I see it, but yeah, you're right, totally right.
Well, I'm glad that Mr. E Money Bags is here because Harold talks about him constantly.
Really?
He
Like talking shit or like
No.
he talking?
All
no, he'll
right.
be like, this one time we did this one time we did this. So you guys grew up together and basically like
Oh yeah. We grew up. We went through the trenches.
you
So-
you told me the other day that by the time you guys were like 12, 13, you were already
On
in
bullshit.
the shits. On
Oh
the bullshit.
yeah. We were on bullshit. No, we were not bullshitting, but we were with the shits.
With
If
the
that
shits.
makes any sense.
All right, so since this is a storage podcast,
Okay.
you know, when you think about storage, you think about keeping things in the storage.
So don't say
So no. So what is one thing that we got in the vault in the storage as far as a memory that you can think of? It
Like a
isn't.
good one,
I
or
mean,
a bad one, or like going to jail one.
Uh,
I'll keep it clean. I'll keep it.
but
Clean.
you know, just something that comes off the top of your head that's in the storage.
Man,
you know what I mean?
Y'all got some good questions. I don't know.
And then I'll give you one of mine. You know what? I'll give you one of mine. One of my
Alright.
first ones is I'm sorry, I'm talking real close. I think we were 13 or 14. You know, I took my mom's car.
Ooh.
We went joyriding. We got caught by the police. The police let us go home. On the way home,
You know what was wild about that? I don't mean to cut you off, but they were narcs, right? They were like narc police unit. You know, they were not your typical police, right? So they had Cubs uniforms and like baseball attire. So they looked like some random like people. They don't look like regular.
They were
cops.
undercover
They were
cops.
undercover cops in a sense.
Really?
So they had so let me tell you this. They had a box Chevy, right? Like a box, what we call rammers, where you pretty much, if you have a nice car, they're hitting that, and just they're called rammers, anyways. So they had a box Chevy, and they literally like pulled up on us, and they didn't look like no cops. They looked like they were with the shits.
They look like they were Cubs baseball players?
No, they looked like there were some angry Cubs baseball players. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
all right. So you mind if I
Now,
finish
I
it
gotta
off?
go
Right.
back. You guys were 13 years old.
We were
and
roughly,
you
give or
stole
take.
your mom's car.
I borrowed it.
So we've got grand larceny. Is that what that's called when you steal a car?
Auto theft.
GTA.
Grand theft auto.
Okay.
You got driving underage.
Okay.
You got kidnapping, probably.
No.
Oh
no
yeah, I
kidnapping.
got. He kidnapped me for sure.
Kidnapping. And
All right.
what other charges could you possibly get?
I mean, just that's about it.
Okay, so
That's
this
about
is just
it.
three felonies in one night.
Yeah, it was GTA, and we were like at 3 stars.
But
So it was like one of those.
it wasn't 5 stars. It was about 3 stars.
No, we were like 3 stars.
But if you think about it, at what? I mean, when did you start driving? When was the first time
When
you
it
drove
was
a
legal,
vehicle?
14 and a half.
Okay.
I don't do nothing illegal.
So in my defense, the cops let us go. We're heading.
No, they didn't let us go. Well, I mean, you gotta tell a story if you can tell a story.
No, they let us go. And
So
then
they
we
pretty
got
much
caught
they
by
put
my sister.
they pretty much pulled up on the side of us, right? And they act like they were thug gangbanging, like they were they were with the shits.
All right.
So they pulled up on us, and we're not thinking nothing of it really. We're like, hey, fuck it, you know, we're joyriding too. Maybe they stole a car too. We don't know. So they're pretty much pulling up, and they're like, pull the fuck over. But we don't look at them as cops because they look like regular people. So we're like, why the fuck would we pull over? We don't know who you are.
You're right. You're
And
right.
Which
they-
is very smart for a 13-year-old.
You know, my mom told me not to talk to strangers, so I'm like, I'm not gonna talk to this guy.
I would
He
have been
look
like,
a stranger.
I'm going to pull over just in case it's
They didn't
cops.
have no fucking light like in the 80s where they like throw the light on the top and shit. It looked like a regular rammer, like they looked like it was some trouble. So they pretty much pulled us over, right? And then they brought out their badges as they're supposed to do, protocol, whatever. So we're like, oh shit, these are cops. So they pretty much picked us out the cars and fucking slammed us on the hood. And at that time, this was like that era where we would wear rubber bands on our pants. It was like a thing where we would like show off our shoes, right? And you would put rubber bands on your pants and fold them. But to them, that's like a stash, so nothing falls out of your pants. So that's like, go ahead.
They don't know what a stash is.
Okay.
So
I
stash.
mean, like a Pokemon cards or whatever you want to put in there.
Okay.
Anything that's you want to just stash,
Okay.
you know, whatever. I mean, they were not Pokemon cards that we were stashing, but they were pretty much ripping them off of us, and they were checking for tattoos. And we're like, damn, you guys are police, give us a ticket or something, but they can't search us like that. But their unit, which is like a gang unit, they have to do that because they have to put it in notes for that area, so that way if something happens again, they're familiar with the people that.
He got in depth. He got in depth, more in
So
depth than I thought.
see how he cut the whole story
I'm
off?
sorry,
Like,
I'm sorry.
That was the story of the story.
But, so, you guys are pulled over by the cops.
In
They're
front of a
searching
church,
you
and it was in front of a church.
in front of the Lord.
So this church
In
right
front
here,
of the Lord,
we were-
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
and they discovered that you weren't gang related.
No,
Yes.
they were curious to see we weren't, but they were curious to see all our tattoos on our body. we were 13 years old, so I mean that's kind of like that's illegal to search us like that.
Okay.
We didn't sue them. We didn't take them to court. We just wanted to go home. But they were slammed on the fucking hoods.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't swear.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Okay, so first of all, we
Wait.
don't. None of us have tattoos, right?
Right.
The cops check your tattoos to see if you're affiliated with any gangs.
Right.
So that's what they were checking for.
Right.
After
I got that part.
After they checked us, they let us go, and then we were on our way home, and then we got caught by my sister.
Oh, no, now we
Wait
were
a
at.
minute. They just said,
Wait.
okay, you guys can just go.
You know what? Believe it or not, I was more scared of his sister, than the police. I was like, oh shit! Now we're at 4 stars now in the GTA stars.
Okay,
we're
at 4 stars.
That
yeah.
star is
But
blinking.
how do they let 2 minors that are driving a vehicle that's stolen
You know
just
what?
go on home?
But honestly, at those cops, those narcs, they don't really. They're looking for the good shit. Like they're looking for the bad shit, like guns and bazookas and shit.
So,
They're not looking
so
for.
because you guys were just like
Yes.
regular kids, are like, just fucking let him go.
They're not looking to ride a
I
ticket.
guess it was our lucky day. That's you
No,
know what I
they-
I
mean?
think because it was in front of a church, the Lord was doing
The Lord
something.
Jesus
He was
Christ.
working.
You
He
know
was-
what? He did let us go, but he took our rubber bands, so we couldn't put our pants up no more, which was a cool thing at the time. So now we got, they look like what they call those pants in the
Flare?
70s, like flare.
Bell bottom.
Yeah, something like that, bro.
Huh.
So we look
Wow.
crazy.
I just think it's wild that they let 2 children who had stolen cars go.
Well, see, that's another thing too. So at 13, we were like 13 going on 21. Like
And how did y'all look?
We look like some grown ass motherfucking kids.
You know what? We were just some troublemakers thinking that
You were cool.
that we were cool because I got away driving a car, and it is what it is. We
In front of a
We had
church.
fun,
Wait.
and that's one memory I have when I think about him as
Which
being
sister
kids.
caught
No, wait,
you, the
this-
older or younger sister?
My youngest sister.
So look, this is the funny part. So we get pulled over by his parents now. Now we're getting pulled over by the real cops.
Now we're at 5
Yeah,
stars.
We're at 5.
We're at
no,
5
no.
stars.
We're at 4 stars still. So we pulled over and his dad, I think his dad was looking for us or something, and he was like, "Pull the fuck over." And I guess we pulled
Your
over
dad said the F word?
or something. It was. You know what? It was. All I know is that he pulled over in a fire hydrant, yellow fire hydrant curbside, right? And then they took the keys away from him.
Oh,
And,
I got
and
you.
he's all like, I gotta move the car because I parked in the fire. He's like, I don't care. Leave the car there. You're gonna learn your lesson. You're gonna pay the fucking ticket.
Oh, wow.
And we left the car there, and it was just, it was just in the fire hydrant.
Give me 1 second. Cuzzo, you need Cuzzo? Okay, my bad. We could cut that part out.
So yeah.
I'm not cutting it out. This is raw.
All right.
This
So-
is raw and unedited.
So at that point, we were at 5 stars. That was
All
the
right.
5th star was going.
All right, let me let her take the lead now.
Go for it.
So, okay, so once you got home, did you go straight to your home?
No.
You went to his home? Or you were
No, I
out-
think I
No,
stood the
this-
night.
this is what
I think
happened.
I stood the night.
I'm gonna finish it with this story, right? So I'm rushing to get back, right? I see an empty parking spot. I reversed on the street. I parked my car, and both of us, we knew my parents were looking for us, so we both reclined our seats.
Oh, that was that time.
Yeah.
I know this happened a couple
This
times.
a different time?
No, this happened. So yeah, this happened a couple times.
So point of the story is we got caught.
Oh wait.
I got
So
sent
the
into my room.
Wait. No. This is good. So they pulled. I don't know who it was. His dad or sister. They pulled up, and we were trying to hide. So we all went back. He went back. I went back. But my other cousin, his seat wasn't going back. So he was like, "What the fuck? My seat's not going back." And at that time, it was like the winter, so we had like the big ass Fat Farm fur fucking jack. I mean, so he just looked straight, and they just pulled up. And to us, those were the real police. It was his mom and his dad, and we're like, oh shit.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm just wondering what happened next.
I mean, I just got grounded, and that was about it.
For
you
how
know?
long?
Ain't no telling. Maybe a weekend or so.
Nah, he was out the next day, and I stood over. I believe I stood over.
Yeah.
I mean, we couldn't listen to music and shit, but
You know what I was doing at 13?
What were you doing?
Listening to New Kids on the Block.
Okay, what album?
I wasn't stealing no cars.
I mean, we weren't stealing the car. We were just taking the car for a joyride.
So
Well,
then
Because
this
the cop would have never let us go if we were stealing an
That's-
actual car.
That's true, but you had it without permission. So if we're speaking technically, if I'm in a court of law and I'm like, they stole the car, the judge is not going to say you're wrong. He's going to say you're right. Because you stole it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Now, my question to myself is, if I knew you guys back then, if we were all the same age and I knew you, would I think that was hot? Would I be like, those bad boys are so hot?
No, chances are you wouldn't know.
Why?
Because different age, different times. You
No,
know?
if I was the same age as y'all back then, if I was 13 at that year.
I mean, I guess you would have to been there.
Yeah, that's really, I have to put some thought into that.
True.
Because girls always like a bad boy, you know?
Not always necessarily. I mean, New Kids on the Block, they weren't bad boys.
Well, Donnie Wahlberg was.
Which
Okay.
one?
He was the bad boy of the group.
Which one was that? Which
New Kids on the Block was like
Wahlberg.
what song? That was name of song.
Oh, God, it's so old. Hanging Tough. I mean, it's just
I-
old. You
it's
probably
it's
weren't
old.
even alive.
It's
when
old.
You know, I believe my sister used to listen to him, but I'm trying to think.
And they're gonna chew me up. They're gonna say, for not knowing. And I've said this before. I've heard of them, but I've never listened to New Kids on the Block.
It's not a band for guys. It's a band for young girls. That's all there is to it.
But can I
You can do whatever you
change the
want.
course? If you could give me one highlight of your day, what was your highlight of the day?
My highlight today.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you singing for sure. That was funny.
All
That
right.
was fun. So there was an old man. He was like, he had to be like in his 70s, and he was hitting the guitar, but it was nice, really nice. But his voice was kind of cracking. Like he didn't really have the notes, but he was an old man, you know. So you got to give him props, right? He's trying. And he thought he had a better voice. He just pulled up on him.
Honestly, I thought I did,
And
but
the
I
guy's
did.
like this. He's and it was a certain song that they liked from Maná, and he thought he knew the lyrics, but he didn't know the lyrics.
I froze. I got nervous.
So the
Oh,
guy's like,
wow.
okay, he's still singing the song. So then he picked up on the lyrics. I guess he looked it up. He picked up on the lyrics, right? So then he starts singing, and it was kind of bad.
It was bad.
So the guy even's like, yeah,
But
sit your ass back down.
But I'm glad that was your highlight for the day.
Now that was funny. That was funny.
I dissociated during that story because I looked over and then I looked down here and I saw this and I'm like, that's cool. That's actually supposed to be plugged into the phone.
Whoa.
We're going to keep going. I'm going to stop. You guys are doing just fine.
All right, cool.
Okay.
We're on the road. We're doing whatever.
All right, so go
So now we have the microphones hooked up. We did about 20 minutes without the microphones, and I'm just going to be real with you. There's not a week that goes by where I don't have a technical issue on this podcast. And I'm getting tired of it.
You need a producer.
I need a producer.
So there's no swearing.
No, I just do that because I have a beep button,
Okay.
and I push it, but it doesn't really beep, so I always say the cuss word and go,
Okay.
I don't say it.
So
But we can cuss.
if I do want to swear, I just
You can cuss all the you want.
Okay.
okay.
So where we leave off?
Can we talk about the age where you guys actually met? Did you meet when you were babies?
We met when we were roughly 12 years old.
No, we met when we were kids. We were kids running around, but we didn't hang out till we were like 12.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
you get what I mean? Like, he had his own cousins he hung out with. I had my own cousins that I hung out with. But when we were at family parties, like, we knew we were family. But hanging out, like, when we were with the shits, was when we were like 12.
And which age did you guys start calling women shorties?
Shawties.
That was probably like 15. I want to say 15.
Yeah, I would say like 15, like high school.
Yeah.
What's high school, like 14?
14 through
so-
18.
Yeah. Where T-Pain was out, kind of, baby girl,
No,
what's your name?
That was later.
Okay.
We were before T-Pain. I think
well,
before T-Pain.
right. Well, 14
I mean,
to.
what
I
T-Pain-
want to say 14. Yeah.
Well, T-Pain didn't come up with the word shawty, but we were saying shawty before shawty.
Okay.
I think it's funny because he always says it and calls me, and I say shorty. I don't say shoddy. Now, a lot of people that follow me call me shorty because of him. or call him Shorty?
Shorty.
Shoddy.
Shoddy, yeah.
Shoddy or shorty?
I say Shorty just because it's funny, because
Okay.
I'm an elderly white woman.
Okay.
And if an elderly white woman is trying to say shoddy, it's funny if she's saying shorty.
So shorty technically is like a younger person or like a younger.
Like your kid is your shorty?
No, like he's a shorty. Like he's just a young. We don't hang out with him because he's a shorty. He's too young or she's too young for us to hang out with her.
And what's
But
a
if
shouty?
But if she's a shouty,
Okay.
that's
That's a shouty.
She's a doo-wop.
What about if you say shoddy
Doo-wop.
doo-wop from around the way? What exactly does that mean?
The meaning to that? So say it again.
Shoddy doo-wop from around the way.
Shawty doo-wop from around the way. That's like something you've been wanting to hit, and she's around the way. You know what
Meaning
I mean?
unavailable?
No, she's there, but you just haven't hit yet.
Okay.
Okay, what do you mean by hit?
Like smash,
And what do you mean by smashed?
like in them guts.
Okay. All right, I'm not going to ask no more questions about that. I guess I'm sure you guys get the point.
Shawty doo-wop. from
It's
around
a
the
brick
way.
wall for me. It looks so good.
It does. And how did you know about that phrase?
Because-
Shoddy doo-wop from around the way.
From you.
Okay, I was waiting for it to come back around full circle.
Yeah, it's full
So
circle.
what's your meaning to shawty doo-wop from around?
Well, shoddy doo-wop from the round of ways is I don't say it anymore, but that's something that like
have you smashed though?
if I'm talking about shoddy doo-wop from the round the way, I'm thinking about a shoddy that I've always wanted to smash.
Right.
That lives around the way. It could be around the corner.
Yeah.
It could be across the street. You know.
What's the maximum amount of mileage that
I want to say.
for her to be around the
I
way?
want to say a quarter block.
So then if she's maybe
quarter block?
if
Like
she's-
around the corner.
Stop
If
it.
she's 2 miles, then she's not around the way anymore.
Man,
You know,
come on, really
she's
around
shorty-
the block?
Well, you know what? I want to say a quarter mile.
I'll say a town over. I don't give
A whole town, okay.
whole town over.
Okay.
What about if you're in your home and she's in a place like California? Can
Oh,
she
nah,
still be around the
she's-
way?
I mean,
done.
I mean,
I
I
mean-
think so.
I mean, it's cool, it's fun and all, but like, I mean,
But you
I
would-
still keep in contact with girls from California.
But you wouldn't refer to her as shorty around the way.
I think technically you could still. I was just thinking about back in the times that I used to use that term, you know, if she was around the block. But technically, if she's in another state and you want to get in them guts, like he says,
And it's, I mean, yeah, you can still use that, but like, she's shorty doo-wop from far away.
okay, from far away.
Yeah, she's not around the way, you know.
Shorty doo-wop. I love the doo-wop. It makes it sound like she's in a
So you got doo-wops, and then you got doo-wops with the ooh-wops.
the ooh-wops.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Doo-wops with the ooh-wops is
And
where.
I've always said that I really want to strive to be a woman that has the ooh-wops.
I mean, you do have the ooh
I think I do.
I mean, yeah, well, I mean, I'm not. I mean, I'm
You
not
don't
gonna
have to
answer
say-
that.
you don't have to say
I'm not
whether
gonna
I do or not.
But I would say like a doo-wop with the ooh-wop. So she could be a doo-wop, like she's okay, she's fine, she's hot. That's your doo-wop. But if she's a doo-wop with a ooh-wop,
Right.
She got a thing on her. She got a fat ass.
Right.
In other
Okay.
wor- In other words,
Right.
And what when you say fat, you say FAT or PHAT?
PHAT.
Okay. And what does that stand for?
What PHAT?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
It's pretty hot and tempting.
Okay.
yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I learned
Pretty
that
hot
today.
and tempting.
I just
Pretty
use
hot
it
and
as
tempting.
That fat ass.
Well, luckily, lately, ass is back in style. There was a time when it wasn't in style.
You know who brought it back?
You know what? That's true.
Gracie Bond. Well, no.
No,
was in love.
no. Gracie Brown did not bring it back.
Okay.
I'm gonna say
My bad.
I'm gonna say I was like back when I was a shorty, not a shouty.
A shorty.
When I was a shorty. My crush was like Aaliyah.
Okay.
I would
Alicia
say
Keys.
like.
And could you give us
Maya?
Maya?
Was, and we met her. Remember when we met her? She was fire.
Maya.
Could you
She
give
was
us
fire.
a little sampling of an Aaliyah song?
Aaliyah is
Timberland's like her
If
producer.
you
so he had,
girl only knew that you would
You know who Aaliyah
just.
Yeah, but I'm just looking to hear-
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Who sang the song that Timberland made that had the baby sound effect?
That was Aaliyah.
that's Missy
That's
Elliott.
no, it's Aaliyah.
Which one was that
It's
one?
Aaliyah. Timbaland produced it. Aaliyah sang it.
I don't go dun dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Dun, dun. Yeah, that's Aaliyah.
I really enjoy Timberland because he is a producer, but you can always count on him making anywhere from 5 to 100 different
Okay.
Ad-libs, like
sound effects.
sound effects.
And I can really appreciate that from a producer. I don't like a producer who's hands off. I like one that's going to get in the track and say, yeah.
Man, Timberland's
yeah.
that he was,
Okay.
he still is, but he was a big influence on hip hop at that time. And
Whatever
still,
happened to him?
he's still out there.
He's
He
still in the
does his
game.
thing.
He's still in the game.
He's just like I feel like he holds records for timepieces, and then he'll drop them, and then you'll be like, man, who is that? And it's like got like the nostalgia sound, and you're like, that's Timberland, and you know it's him because he got like different snares and different sounds.
And that's something I don't know about. I don't know the different instruments.
I think he's a mentor now in the game. Like he's been in the game long enough where he's just like a mentor. He still makes hit records, but yeah. I mean,
what's another Timberland song? Another real popular one.
Justin, he produced a lot of Justin Timberlake albums, songs. I'm trying to think of Missy Elliott,
Missy Elliott.
Jay-Z.
There was a couple Jay-Z's like where you can see it on YouTube where he's live in the studio and he's just cooking up some stuff, but then it's like it's a hit. Like the next day, it's a classic.
You been in the studio before?
Whose studio?
Just a studio recorded.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, right?
I've sung. Yeah, I've never been in a studio with anyone famous. If that's what you're asking.
Well, no, just like
I've
on
never
a
been
microphone
with
where
the
somebody
doc-
records you.
Yes, I have.
Because you've done what is it, musicals, right?
Well, I've done voiceover work.
Okay, that's still okay. So
And I've
you're
done
still in the
some
studio
songs,
recording.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I've been in the little box and they're over there like, okay.
So if I was ever wanted to record, let's say I produce a record, right? Would you, and I pitch it to you, would you do it? And I wanted to record you, would you
yeah,
either
but
sing?
we've already done a cut.
But
You know what? I was like-
another one.
Yeah.
Another one.
Another one.
Another one.
I was gonna say though, you got one video that I seen with the cat, something with the cat where it's like
About my cat running outside.
I think that's the one, but it's like an auto tune. But your mic is like it's a dope mic,
It's
by
an
the way.
earphone. It's a headphone.
It's a headphone.
It's a dope mic.
Cause it's a
it's
headphone.
a dope mic, by the way. But you're just like this, and it sounds so clear to the point where it's like that's a hit record right there.
And believe it or not, that is on Spotify.
Wow.
And on the top of that,
You have a couple though.
I have a couple.
Yeah. But
And
there was one with about a cat.
There's one about a cat. There's one about
That one's pretty dope.
there's several.
All of them are, but that one is like I like that one. That's my favorite one.
And I did sing that a couple times live. I have a backing track that I'll sing it live on stage,
Wow.
which really throws the crowd off. They're like, why is this lady singing about her
But
cat?
do they know it's you?
Yeah.
They know.
I'll be-
they
I'll-
know.
So
they
that's
know.
a hit. That's a hit.
I'll do it during my set. Like I'll be like, can I sing a song for you guys? And then I'll do that.
But who does the auto tune for you?
I
It's
don't do auto tune in real life. You mean who does it on those tracks?
Like when you do sing it, do you put auto tune on?
There is an app called Veloco that I use,
Okay.
and it's got all the different kind of.
Because there's something about that auto tune that you do on it is fucking.
It's
fire.
just
It's
an app,
ridiculous.
cuz it's just an app.
But it's
yeah.
no. But I'm saying, but like the way she sings is her natural singing.
Yeah.
So it's like it goes with the flow. It actually.
The thing is with autotune, if you know how to bend the autotune, you know you can.
And sometimes I can't. Where are you going?
he gotta go pack.
Oh.
So if I can, I got my family.
You want to come say hi?
They're leaving in the morning, so they're packing, and we had a long, fun day. What did you say, Dia? Long, fun day.
Yes.
Yeah, we had a long, fun day. I don't want it to end.
Aw.
They've been here for roughly 4 days. You want to say or 5?
Shit, we've been here since Friday.
Yeah, so they've been here maybe going on 6 days. So
Yeah, I'm burnt.
And they're nonstop. They get up early and go all fucking day, dude.
Yeah, I'm burnt. I know it's nighttime and I'm wearing my shades, but it's because
It's because you're
I'm
cool.
burnt as hell.
He's trying to be cool. That's all there is to
Okay,
it.
yeah.
you know what? It's we're tanned. We're in the sun. I hurt myself, but you know what? I'm glad I'm healing up, And
I told them you hurt yourself.
I mean, I had a good. Well, they already seen
Do
it.
you want to come say hi, Tia? I call her Tia
I want.
Taquin.
You could just say hola.
Everyone.
Could you come say hi? This
She-
is my tia.
She brought taquins, so I call her Tia
She's
Taquin.
gonna say hi.
This way or that way?
I don't want to force her to be. Come here. You can come over here on Libby's
beautiful, by
right
the way.
side.
Or come right between
I
us.
just got out of the shower.
She's got out of the shower. Say hi, hola.
Hola, everyone.
How was your time today?
We had a great time on the beach.
Did you do anything exciting on the beach?
Yes, I got a massage on the beach.
yeah.
I rode my horsey on the beach.
Yeah.
Had a couple of drinks. We saw the sunsets, which I love.
was, but it looked old.
We seen a turtle.
Oh my God, that turtle laid eggs.
They saw a
71
turtle.
eggs.
They saw a turtle laying eggs.
Yes.
It was amazing.
It was actually pretty dope. I've never seen like nature like that, and it was like full circle because it laid eggs and then went back to get tossed up in the ocean.
Tossed up in the ocean.
turtle.
The fact that he's made it sound so beautiful, but then
Tossed up.
he's talking. I mean, it's
I mean, I don't know how they smash, but they
smash.
Normal people.
the other turtle probably tosses the other turtle.
And the sunset tonight was beautiful.
Oh yeah. So look, another thing too, we caught the sunset, right? We usually catch the sunset right here, with it like going into the ocean or whatever, But this time it was in between some mountains, and there was like a certain little cut of
Yeah,
mountain.
it was a
that-
little cuff.
It was like a little, but it went perfectly into the mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was dope. It was dope.
It was beautiful. I had a great time. I want to say, thank Cuzzo and his fiance for coming out here. My cousin E Money Bags coming out here. My tia, give me a hug.
Love
I,
you.
I love you all, and I'm glad you came out and
I'm so
rode
glad I got
ATV
to-
with
I'm
us.
so glad I got to hang with your familia.
Oh man, it was dope. It was dope.
Yeah, it was a great time.
She was the
Oh, you
Rough
smell
Rider.
good.
She was the leader of the pack of the the Libby Riders.
We are. We
And
were. I was.
yes, shout out to Libby.
All right.
Shout out
Anything
to-
else?
Do you have any other shout outs you want to give?
I want to shout out to my doo-wop with the oo-wop.
Where's she-
Doo-wop with
where's
the
she at?
oo-wop.
Oh, she's
Around the way.
around the way. Yeah.
All right, guys. I am gonna get me some water. I need to rehydrate after a long day. Thank you for keeping getting us on your pod.
And she knows who she is, by the way.
Okay. Well,
Oh.
shout out to you.
Can you imagine her watching this and being like,
She'd be like Shawty with the doo-wop, with the oo-wop.
I got to turn this off so I can find out what's going on?
All right. Good night, everybody.
Peace.
I'll see y'all next
Bye.
time. You wanna end this?
Oh, bye.
All right,
I don't
peace.
have my outro song, so dun 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 dun. Boop, boop.